Millions upon millions of Americans have turned to prescription medications to treat diabetes and lose weight. These GLP-1 drugs.
But some patients say they've had serious side effects, ranging from nausea and vomiting to needing emergency surgery.
But several months later, in October 2023, Gant's husband found her on the floor unconscious. This photo was taken by her daughter. Gant wanted to show us how she lives now. With her colon gone, she has a bag called an ileostomy bag attached to her abdomen at all times to collect waste.
All right, millions of Americans are using GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Wegovy to lose weight. So a new study found that people who discontinue these popular weight loss drugs start regaining weight within just 2 months.
It's important to understand that there is no cure-all for obesity.
Everyone has an opinion about how this starts. What you should do, what you shouldn't need, what counts as discipline, what counts as cheating. Very few people talk about what happens after the noise, after the comments, after the headlines, after you finally decide you don't want to fight your body anymore. This isn't a transformation video. There's no big reveal waiting at the end of this. It's just my real life. Quiet, repetitive, sometimes boring, and for the first time, honest. Today is December 25. As you can see, my bed is not made yet. I'm going out to ride my bike for an hour or 2 hours because I'm not working today. It's a holiday. And that's the very first thing I do right after I wake up. Let's go. I didn't wake up one day suddenly disciplined. I didn't unlock some secret version of motivation. I asked for help. And that decision didn't make things easy. It made things possible. For a long time, I thought struggling meant I just wasn't trying hard enough. So I pushed harder, restricted more, blamed myself every time I failed. But willpower isn't infinite. GLP-1 didn't give me discipline. It didn't wake me up early. It didn't get me on this bike. What it did was quiet the noise enough for me to finally hear myself. Without the constant hunger, without the mental bargaining, without feeling like food controlled over every decision. That's when the real work started. Early mornings aren't a personality trait, they're a choice. Sleeping early isn't boring, it's self respect. These routines don't look impressive, but they're the first promises I've kept to myself in a long time. Becoming the best doesn't happen loudly, it happens here, when no one's clapping, when no one's watching. This is where my story actually begins. For most of my life, I thought weight loss was a character test. If you succeeded, you were disciplined. If you didn't, you just weren't trying hard enough. So when I struggled, I didn't question the system. I questioned myself. Every attempt followed the same pattern. I'd start motivated, then hungry, then tired, and when my body pushed back, I told myself that was weakness. I didn't see it as biology. I saw it as failure. Asking for help wasn't a moment of confidence, it was a moment of clarity. I realized I was spending more energy fighting my body than actually taking care of it. That's when I understood something simple. Needing help didn't mean I was broken. It meant I was human. GLP-1 didn't change who I am. It didn't give me motivation. It didn't give me discipline. It didn't make decisions for me. What it did was quiet the constant hunger, the mental noise, the bargaining, the feeling that food was always in control. For the first time, I could eat and stop, not because I forced myself to, but because my body finally agreed. GLP-1 didn't teach me how to sleep better or to show up for myself consistently. It didn't fix my mindset. It didn't remove fear. It didn't erase years of habits. Those parts I still had to build. Some people call this cheating, but we don't say that about eyeglasses or therapy or insulin. We don't shame people for using tools that help their bodies function better. So I stopped shaming myself. Getting help didn't make me weak, it made me honest. This isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning. Getting help didn't make it easy, it made it possible. And once it was possible, the work finally mattered. Because once the noise was quiet, I could finally hear the question that mattered. What am I going to do with this chance?